of our two coaches we will induct today, former Mules baseball coach Tom Myers. Tom served as baseball coach with the Mules from 2008 to 2014, but his association with Mules baseball goes back to the late 90s when he played outfield for the Pittsburgh State Gorillas and served 1 year as a student assistant coach. It was Tommy's plan to find a school with a master's program in sport administration to further his hopes of coaching baseball. His college coach, Steve Beaver, reached out to then Mules head coach Brad Hill. In the summer of 1999, Tommy and Tiffany decided to get married and moved to Warrensburg so he could attend UCM to pursue his master's. Coach Hill was able to give him an opportunity as a volunteer coach, which he jumped at, and Tommy would also work on the grounds crew for a couple of years as well. After getting that master's degree, Coach Myers would be offered a head coaching job at a junior college. But he picked what he considered a better offer, to remain at UCM and coach again with Coach Hill in 2003. Well, we all know what happened in 2003, don't we? Mules would win their second national championship. Coach Myers would then join Brad Hill in making the move to Kansas State following that championship run. But 4 years later, in the summer of 2007, the call came from athletic director Jerry Hughes that was Tommy's dream to be head coach of the Mules. What happened over the next 7 seasons, from 2008 to 2014, some of the best baseball this town, this city, the university, and the state of Missouri, and the nation would see. The Mules captured 4 MIAA regular season and tournament championships, played in 6 NCAA Division II regionals, won 3 regional titles to advance to the NCAA Division II championships. Coach Myers says watching his teams endure through the conditioning practices, study table times, and the long, hard practices, all with amazement at their abilities, determination, and confidence. Being able to bring recruits on this campus and showcase the university and Mules baseball facilities, and then enjoy the success of so many of the young men he was able to be a part of their lives. There are so many people who are a part of the success path of Coach Myers, and we simply don't have time to mention them all, but I do want to point out some very special folks, including his lovely wife Tiffany of almost 20 years. And not only did Tommy and Tiffany share a common bond of love, they also share the same birthday. Their 2 children, Logan and Addison, their pride and joy. Tommy's mom and dad, who he thanks for all the love they have shown him and the example of who they were. For all of his in-laws who were always at all the games and kept that tradition going, even when we had to watch him coach at Pitt State. Brad Hill, who took a chance on Tommy to bring him on staff and teach Coach Myers what he calls understanding the value of doing more, not always the value of why. To all of his assistant coaches who were part of his staff during his time at UCM, he wanted me to mention Coach Scott Thomason, who had spent so many years together with Tommy in the office or on the field. All the players, of course, he had the opportunity to coach, calling them the lifeblood of a coach. To the UCM faculty and staff who helped shape the young men into student athletes, for John Culp, who always had a great time meeting the recruits and helping them understand the importance of UCM. And finally, to Kathy Anderson and to our athletic director, Jerry Hughes, for the opportunity to work with such a class university and program. Ever grateful for the opportunity you gave him to have his dream job that reigns in Mules baseball. For more on Coach Myers, let's enjoy this video.
Being the head coach of the University of Central Missouri Mules baseball team is a challenging opportunity. It's a great job, but it comes with lofty expectations. When UCM Director of Athletics Jerry Hughes was searching for a new coach in 2007, he hired Tommy Myers, a key assistant coach who had helped the Mules win a national championship in 2003.
He liked the blue-collar player who worked hard. You know, they put in lots of conditioning and early morning hours and to get the teams to fight through any adversity they might have in a game. And so he taught them a quality style of play.
Myers played baseball in the conference for Pitt State and had coached at UCM for 3 years as an assistant. Following a 4-year stint on the Kansas State staff, Myers returned to UCM to accept his first head coaching opportunity.
Coach Myers came in and he set the tone right away for mental toughness. Baseball is a mental game, it's physical, but if you're not mentally able to handle situations, you're going to crack.
By 2014, Coach Tommy Myers would amass 311 victories at UCM, appear in the postseason in 6 of his 7 seasons, and would extend the Mules' reign as Division II's winningest baseball program.
He was tough and he was demanding, but guys love working hard for Tommy. He's a genuine personality, There is nobody better than Tommy Myers. And he is probably one of the most humble people I think I've ever met. You know he cares about you all the time. And he would do anything for you at any point.
Myers' expectations were high. His leadership fostered confidence, and he developed a strong bond with his players. Winning wasn't a dream. It was a goal that was achieved by doing the right things every single day.
Our goal is to win the conference championship. What do we have to do that? Our goal is to then win the conference tournament. What do we have to do that? Win the regional, get to the World Series and play for a World Series, a national championship. I think a lot of teams would have looked at him and seen that as pressure. We saw it as, hey, we know our goal, let's go do it.
The 2010 Mules reached the College World Series, finishing in 5th place. Coach Myers was named the South Central Region's Coach of the Year. The 2011 Mules followed that effort by winning 37 of their 44 conference games. Their domination of the league earned Myers a nod as the 2011 MIAA Coach of the Year. For Jerry Hughes, a must-win set of victories against an MIAA foe is one of his fondest memories of the Tommy Myers era.
I remember playing at T-Bone Stadium against Emporia, and they had beaten us earlier, and so we had to come back and win 2 to win the conference postseason, and he did that in resounding fashion. The Mules came out victorious.
Coaching collegiate student athletes comes not only with the expectation to win, but to do so in an ethical manner. Thomason recalls Myers' head coaching career as a time when players, coaches, and their families spent time together, joined in a common pursuit.
Tiff and the kids and Logan and Addie would show up, and they would hang out in the office. Logan would be on the field, shagging with the guys. But that's also something Tommy wanted. He wanted to create an atmosphere where everybody was comfortable. We had parents of players that would come down and hang out in the office before or after a game just to say hi. It wasn't just our thing, it was everybody. Everybody had a hand in getting the program or getting the team to a certain point. And he loved having a family around. I guess that's how you're raised as a preacher's kid.
He always knew when we needed to get yelled at a little bit and refocused, and then he also knew when maybe we were beating ourselves up a little bit more than we needed to, and when to lighten the mood a little bit and get us back to relaxing. And I think that's why his numbers are what they are, is he knew how to get the best out of his players.
One of UCM baseball's most successful and respected head coaches, Tommy Myers' outstanding career is recognized by his induction into the UCM Athletic Hall of Fame.
He's an emotional guy. He's always happy for everybody. And I think in this situation for him, it may be a little different because he's always celebrating somebody else, and I don't think he's used to being celebrated because that's not how he was brought up. But yeah, he's gonna cry a lot.
Tommy Myers says that God put his family here in Warrensburg for so many reasons, and for all of those memories, lessons, experiences, relationships, and friendships that his family now has because of that, he wants to say thank you to everyone. Coach Myers, we thank you, and we are more than happy to welcome you to the UCM Athletic Hall of Fame.